Okay, here we are, and thanks for visiting Lightbulb Investing. Our business here is about helping investors really understand what moves markets. We've been doing this for about 30 years. You can find a lot about us. Just follow our web URL, and you'll learn more. There's lots of new lessons and such, but this video is really about perspectives, and the idea here is after doing this for a long time, and I guess working with investors all over the world, it's important to capture a few perspectives, and you'll find that if we can argue about this and we can disagree, but if you don't accept these things, then you tend to have a really tough time getting ahead in the markets. They become very frustrating, and you end up on the short end of the stick. And our business is trying to make sure you don't end up on the short end of the stick. So here we go. Opinions are expensive. The market is going to do what it's going to do, and your job is to interact with it in the least expensive way possible. So make sure you have a limited number of opinions, because here's the deal. If you have an opinion and it's wrong, the market will take all of your money before you admit your opinion is wrong. Okay? The second thing is the process of investing and building wealth takes a very long time. Forget these hot picks and get rich quick schemes and buy penny stocks and all this garbage. It's got hot streaks, and it's like gambling. You're going to have more fun if you go to Vegas. The drinks are better and the girls are prettier, and you'll have more fun with your family, and you'll still lose money, but the fact is at least you know it's gambling. So stay away from all this other garbage and really deal with the facts of the markets. Here's the deal. Institutional investors move 85% of the capital. You must understand what they're doing, because you and I, see, we're the speculators, and we move the other 15%. Trust me, 15% will not beat 85%, ever. It just won't work out. The crowd moves on emotion and how they feel. Institutions move on raw data. They want to make money, and they want to buy something cheap and sell it expensively, and that's what you should want to do too. History proves over and over and over again that emotions are usually wrong. Get a sense of the crowd's emotion, the fear or the greed, move against it. Sometimes you'll be early, but most of the time you'll be right. And one more thing, the future is never clear. So if you're waiting for a clear future to be a good investor, you're going to wait an awfully long time. So what are you afraid of? Jobs, budgets, trade deficits, war, terrorism, crude oil, rising costs, commodities, interest rates, housing, Middle East, global unrest? Guess what? That's always here. It's always here. It's always going to be here. And that's not going to change whether you like it or not. You and I can not like what's happening, but investments always happen during these events. Far too many investors fret over whether we're in a bull or a bear market. They should just be focused on where to invest now. In order to build real wealth, we must learn to invest while we are afraid of all of these items. They're not going to go away. It's not likely we're going to wake up one day and the world's going to be perfect. There are always problems. And here's the deal. You're going to find that your best returns will often come from those investments you made while you felt the worst. So who's the big money? Banks, insurance companies, trust funds, hedge funds, sovereign wealth funds, pension funds. Every state has 5 or 6 different major pension funds. High net worth individuals. You and me are the little guys. Like it or not, we got to accept it. So we got to follow the big guys. We have a video at lightbulbinvesting.com that talks about a shark. Pilot fish swim around the mouth of a shark, and they have for millions of years. They follow him around for one reason. They know they'll run into food. Now here's the deal. As investors, we hang around the big guys. Why? Well, sometimes it's boring. Sometimes nothing's going on. But you know what? You'll run into opportunity. So remember that. To show you how you feel and how your emotions should begin to teach you, I've colored a few time frames here. 1974, you remember how bad the mid-70s was. We're told forever that that was the worst time in the world. How about 1982? See, 1982 was a bad time too. It's right here. Never were we going to get better. We weren't going to make it past $1 a gallon gasoline. Guess what? Market went up. You remember the crash of 1987. The world was ending, except the market went up. You remember early 90s? We lost 1,500 banks. We put people in jail. Real estate collapsed. The world was never going to get better, except the market went up. You know, we had a mid-90s correction. The world was never going to get better. Everybody hated Bill Clinton, except guess what? The market went straight up. And then we felt good. We felt great when tech was going sky high, except guess what? The market went straight down. And we felt horrible in 2002 and 2003. We wanted nothing to do with stocks because it had never been this bad. And guess what? The market went straight up until we felt a lot better. Boy, did we feel good in 2007. And then the world collapsed. And we wanted nothing to do with stocks except they went straight back up. Look, the bottom line is this. Your emotions are your best contrary indicator of all time, bar none. If you feel horrible and everyone around you feels horrible, the risk is less in the market than you will perceive until you feel better. And when you feel better is when everything's going well and the risk is actually higher. Please understand this. We've got a boatload of library items you can see over and over again, videos we put out every week. I think you're going to find that these lessons are consistent. Our own worst enemy is ourselves. What's next in opportunity is often what you hate now. Follow institutions, not your emotions. The emotions come and go. Markets work the same way over and over again, which means you've got to embrace your fear. You've got to stay focused on the big picture, not today's headlines. Headlines sell newspapers and newsletters. They don't make you money. The right sector is often the one that is most hated right now, but you have to allow a 3 to 5 year business cycle to unfold. That's how you make your money. You don't make your money day trading. Trading only works in the short run. Most of us, and I do mean most of us, don't have the stomach for it, and I promise you, I've watched a lot of guys fail. And here's the big one. You must pick a path and stay on it forever. Don't run from what's working and not working and sell what isn't working and go to what's working. That's the equivalent of saying I like to buy low. I like to sell low and buy high. It's a losing game forever. So what's next? Look, visit us. There's a lot more to tell you. We've got a whole library of investing videos. Visit us at Lightbulb Investing. Get your free lessons. There's more videos there. There's even a few white papers we put up so you could understand what's next in some of the major league investment categories. Pick a path and stay on it. And thanks for visiting.